A playwright from a different time, Ben Jonson was a big deal in English literature. He was born in 1572 and became a famous playwright and poet. He lived in the same time as Shakespeare, but his style was different. Jonson was known for his sharp wit and clever wordplay. He used his plays to make fun of society and the people in it. He wasn't afraid to point out the flaws he saw around him. Jonson's plays were very popular, and he was well respected by his fellow writers. He even had a rivalry with Shakespeare, which is still talked about today. Even though they were rivals, they both made English drama better. Jonson was really good at writing comedies. He loved to make people laugh with his plays. He wrote about characters who were greedy, foolish, or just plain ridiculous. One of his most famous comedies is called Volpone. It's about a rich man who pretends to be dying so that people will give him gifts. It's a really funny play, but it also has a serious message about greed and deception. Another famous Jonson comedy is The Alchemist. This play is about a con man who tricks people into thinking he can turn metal into gold. It's full of hilarious characters and situations. Jonson's comedies are still performed today because they're so funny and well written. They remind us that even though times change, people are still people with all their flaws and quirks. Jonson's writing style was unique for his time. Unlike Shakespeare, who wrote in a flowing, poetic style, Jonson preferred a more direct and satirical approach. He used language very precisely, and his plays are full of witty wordplay and clever insults. He was a master of language, and he used it to great effect in his plays. Jonson's plays often featured complex plots and realistic characters. He was interested in exploring the darker side of human nature, and his comedies are often tinged with satire and social commentary. Jonson wasn't just a playwright, he was also a respected poet and literary critic. He had strong opinions about literature, and he wasn't afraid to share them. Jonson's poetry was often witty and satirical, just like his plays. He wrote about love, death, and everything in between. He also wrote poems praising important people of his time. As a critic, Jonson helped to shape the way people thought about literature. He believed in following classical rules, and he criticized writers who he felt didn't measure up. His opinions were taken seriously by other writers, and they helped to establish him as a leading literary figure of his day.